I know there's better ways, but tell me, is that better than nothing? If the options were do nothing or do that, is that better than, I know that it's probably better to clean them, sit down nicely at a table or workbench, rub it in there real well. But the reality is, I think many of you, just like myself, throw your boots on and get going. And if you've been working a long day, you're not necessarily thinking about putting oil on your boots again or just conditioning them. So tell me, is it even worth doing what I'm doing? I'm trying to keep these as good as I can for as long as I can, because I like these Chippewa boots. However, I will not be buying another pair because they're no longer made in the United States. And I get that companies got to do what they got to do. But the problem is they now make them in China. And when I went last to the boot store, they were more money than I paid for these like 3 years ago. It's probably actually closer to 4 years ago now. And quite a bit more money, actually. And for the price they're charging now for Chinese boots, they're not Chinese pricing, in my opinion. I'm looking for another pair of boots. I've loved these ones. They're very good because I've become a fan of as little synthetic materials as I can inside of the boot. I want just straight leather. I don't want waterproofing. I don't want liners. I don't want fabric. I don't want stuff that's going to tear up inside of the boot. And I'm fearful that the next step is to spend a ton of money on, well, the reality is it's not happening because I can't swing a high dollar boot like Nick's or White's or JK's. It just can't happen right now. So I'm looking at some Thorough Goods. I'm looking at Carolinas. But the thing is, I've had a pair of Red Wings and I wasn't a big fan of them in the past. The thing is, I want the minimal amount of man-made material. I don't want any fabric liners because they just rip up and they get bunched up in there in no time at all. These have done great because they're just straight leather. In fact, when I bought these, I thought, I think that's a cheaper boot. I'll try them anyway because I didn't get very much for these. They've turned out to be my favorite boot. And also, I'm going to be doing a video about this shortly. But wool socks have literally changed my feet because this is the deal. Many of you may have experienced this. If you wear your boots or your shoes all day long, you're spending a lot of time in them working, your feet can get kind of rank. And let me tell you, I have a solution to that because my feet have the best health they've ever had since making the changes I have. And so that's something I'm actually going to be talking about here pretty shortly in another video. But as of right now, tell me, is that oiling? Is it even worth doing it the way I did it? Look forward to hearing from you.